we're getting close to about halfway through the project, and things I think have we're really pleased with how everything's been going so far. What's been, I know Jennifer, you feel the same way. I mean, what's been great about working with you guys is that you have been exactly as you build yourselves to be going in.
Yes.
Which is, super communicative, super responsive.
Very responsive.
Which was really one thing that was hugely important to us in sort of making the decision about who to work with.
Has it been more stressful than you guys anticipated?
I think any stress that we've had has been more about, getting hung up on weather or, things just, naturally things never go quite as planned in a project. And so, those are always things that can stress you out.
What design question are you torching yourself over the most?
I know the one thing that we talked about was we had the laundry room in one location, and we had been worried from the beginning about the size of one of the bedrooms. And so we kept trying to figure out how we can make the bedroom bigger while still keeping the structure that needed to be there without adding too many beams. And so finally we came to a conclusion, and we moved the laundry room, which I think they're probably working on today or this week, and we feel much better about it.
Yeah. And I think one of those balancing acts we had was we sort of went with a particular window that I think had a lot of the features that we wanted. But was not certainly the highest end window we could have gone with. And I think, it would be nice to see how they come out.
Give us one place where we can get better, a minus, something.
Sure.
It's not all roses, I know it's not.
Yeah. And so, no, I mean, that's entirely fair. A few times, and it's not universal, because always when I push and ask the question again, I get the answer I want. But a few times we've asked, well, sort of like, what does this cost in terms of what that costs? And the answer has been, well, they're both in budget. And that's not the answer I want, right? Because, we're doing your project management fee with you guys, but then everything else we're sort of paying for. And so, it will be relevant to me in terms of a cost of one thing versus the other about making a decision about what's the right value, and do I really care that much about that when it's significantly more? And if the answer is, well, look, it's a de minimis difference, that's fine, but I don't want to hear they're both in budget. I want to hear there's a de minimis difference. So, and always when I've asked the question again, I get the right answer. So
that makes sense.
But that's been the only.
The budget's really irrelevant for the most part. I mean, it's you're making the decisions.
Right.
It could be within budget, but you could still save $2,000.
Right, and that's something
So-
I'd rather repurpose and
Right.
use somewhere else.
Thanks, guys. I'll let you go on with your day.
Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.